Good evening, everybody, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have... That's you. That's you, Eco. You didn't change your name.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Dahlia Wesco, played by Eco. Sorry.
You're all right. It's not your first game, but we do still, at every opportunity, I will not tell people the order and expect the person immediately to my right.
Well, when you pointed for me, that was
It was to nobody. Yeah, because for some reason only my Discord doesn't flip. Everybody else's flips. So when I point this way, it's at Eco.
It's exactly like mine.
Yeah.
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 Everyone's set up just like mine.
It flips it for the stream for some reason. It doesn't make any sense.
Like
we're in the same order on the stream.
Yeah.
But like if you point this way,
I'm
it
pointing
goes that way on the stream, which doesn't make any sense.
I'm pointing at Eco. I look at the stream and it all says, yeah.
But me looking at you on my Discord.
Uh-huh.
If you're pointing this way, you're pointing this way.
I am bamboozled.
So I'm pointing to
now.
nothing right now.
Correct.
That's so
on
that
my Discord when I'm looking at you on
I don't know
Discord,
why.
but if I'm looking at
Why?
you on Twitch, it's perfectly fine.
and on Twitch is perfectly to Blondie. Do I look right to you?
Not on Discord anymore.
Not on Discord anymore. What happened? It did on Discord for a
No,
moment.
like everyone's set up right. I don't know. Everything's confusing. Help.
Everything's broken.
Oh, so welcome everybody. We might play Massive Nyarlahotep for a little bit of time at some point tonight. We're gonna.
It makes sense if Discord inverted the whole image, but it doesn't. So I'm very confused.
That's the thing. Like, okay,
what Twitch is doing.
all of
Anyway.
you all of you point at me.
Discord?
On Discord. What looks right on your Discord? Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
Wait,
there
why
you go.
do you have it?
What?
Dahlia Echo? Why is Cody above you?
Yeah. Well, I
Blondie's up there, Blondie's here, and you're there.
How are you
Where
down
am I
there?
at? You're where I am. On your Discord.
How
I'm
did
in the bottom left.
God. Now I'm lost.
Oh, why?
Now I'm lost.
no
thought you were
possible
bottom right.
reason? No. Yeah. Absolutely.
No wonder you don't know what order you're to go in because you're not in the right order.
That's why I was like, oh, he's pointing to Evie to say first. I'm like, cool, I'm free, I'm good. And he's like, Eco.
It's like- Absolutely.
This is amazing. This is going so well.
We are learning so much. The great old ones have infiltrated the computers. They are flipping our pictures at random. So
Of course,
we
the
were
main
shit
character of
talking him
this
earlier.
we were shit talking him a bit. Welcome
I'm sorry,
everybody.
Daddy.
Listen, I don't know if you said tentacle or technical, but
Tentacle.
okay. Well, either way, yeah. Oh
We're
man.
off to a banging start, guys.
We are killing it. We are absolutely killing it. So this is Massive Nyarlahotep. We haven't played in a few months. Schedules being schedules and life being life. We're happy to be back. Don't know how many we're going to be able to squeeze in before the end of the year, but we're going to try to get something done, or at least have fun not getting anything done. That's our promise for the night. Do we have any announcements that you guys would like to make? If you guys are streaming, if you have a schedule anywhere, please let us know. Face worm. Yes, Tristan, face worm.
Would you like us to finish introducing ourselves?
Yeah, please. That would
we
help.
didn't do that, did we?
No, we didn't. Did you finish?
Kiko?
Echo / Dahlia?
Yeah. I think so. Did I? I don't remember.
Do it again. Just start over from the top.
Do you want me to transition? We can just redo the whole thing.
Like, rewind.
Okay, here we go. Give us just listen. We're here we go, guys. We're gonna be right back. I'm gonna leave my audio on so that they know that we're still here. We're that's right. We're taking a mulligan. All right, everybody got we're good. I got a clear throat. We're ready. I'm gonna have a sip of water. Hold on. Yeah, leave it in the YouTube, Tristan. Don't cut this. This is prime. This is prime stuff.
Center.
Here we go.
Primo.
All right, guys, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have
Geeko playing Dahlia Westcoat, Artist Hunter.
And aka Crimson Shield Scholar, and I am playing Evie, the Seeker Archaeologist.
And I am Blondosaurus Rex, and I will be playing Peggy Williams, the Grease Monkey Mechanic.
Fantastic. This is Massive Nyarlahotep. It is our Call of Cthulhu game. We are running the big long campaign all throughout here. We have gotten through the prologue and chapter 1. We're almost done with chapter 2. So we're going to dive into that in a few minutes. We don't know how many more opportunities we're going to get to play Mass before the end of the year, but it is definitely slated to be on our schedule of shows in the new year. So we got to find the time and night that works for everybody else. Speaking of shows, Rep, if you guys don't know, because I haven't done the show in a while, even though it's the same people that are always here. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. I mostly am DMing on the weekends, and Megan is running her World of Warcraft campaign on Monday nights. It's a ton of fun. Next week, Wednesday, I will still be doing some game streaming with Blondie. But I think the week after, Pixie is starting her Endless Wonder Warehouse 13 game, which is fantastic. Vampire the Masquerade continues on Friday nights, and we had a great time playing Cyberpunk last night, so we may try to do that some more. And yeah, and we got this and maybe some Moltensia D&D. So that's what we have coming up. What about the rest of you guys? You guys have anything fun happening?
Go for it, Evie. You are muted.
I think Eco has declared no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't have anything.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay. Go ahead, Blondie.
On November 30th, I will be celebrating 2 years affiliate on Twitch. If you want to help me celebrate.
that's awesome. Are you planning like a special long stream or doing anything in specific?
It's gonna be a long stream.
It's gonna be a long one. All right. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Love to support and have a good time. Yeah. Cool. Crimson, are you still working your way through Mass Effect?
So, for a really long time, for like lots of reasons.
Of course.
But I have recently come back to streaming. I just finished up my first playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West, finally.
Ooh.
Been out since February. And I have to finish up my Mass Effect 3 Insanity run. But the most exciting thing is, as a consolation prize for me, not getting the Eras Tours tickets, super long saga, I bought myself an Xbox X. So I now have an Xbox X, and I'm going to be playing through Halo and Dragon Age, because I can actually play Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 on an Xbox, as opposed to having to play it on my Xbox 360 and try to stream with the capture card. I can directly stream it from the Xbox X. So we are going to be playing through Dragon Age 2.
Nice.
So that'll be fun. But first will be Halo, and my friend and I are probably going to do co-op for Legendary achievement. And if any of y'all have played Halo before, Legendary on 2 is a bitch and a half. So if anyone wants to come and cheer us on, that'd be great.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and I have both consoles because I couldn't go see Taylor Swift, and that's okay.
There you
Oh.
go. There you go. Well, thank you, Ticketmaster, for fucking that up. So.
Seriously. Oh my God. But
I
yeah,
love it.
so anybody out there on Xbox who has Borderlands or Halo and would like to play,
Oh yeah, I do love that. I think Borderlands 3 and I know Tiny Tina supports crossplay, which is
Oh.
fantastic. So when you get around to those, because I have them on PlayStation, they are among the favorites for sure. We started playing with you, didn't we?
we started Borderlands 2.
Yeah, because we couldn't play 1 at the time.
Right.
Right.
Because 1 was not
It hadn't been
On
released on like the
PlayStation.
4. Yeah.
right.
You had to
right.
like get the weird subscription thing to play
Right.
the old version or whatever.
But I have Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel on Xbox. I have Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel and 3 on PlayStation.
Nice. Nice.
It'll be
Tina's is
whatever.
on sale right now for Xbox for Black Friday, so
Ooh.
How much?
Yeah, that's why I just got it.
I think it's $25.
Someday, when this has a PDF, we will play this again. It's the Bunkers and Badasses.
Oh,
It's the
Yeah.
Borderlands
Hell yeah.
Bunkers and Badasses.
boogers are
Uh,
badass.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Really fun, really cool system. Pixie and I took 30 individual pictures of like character creation pages for people to read because it doesn't have a PDF.
Oh shoot.
We just need 500 more subscribers over there. All right. So yeah, thank you everybody for being here. We're gonna dive in. We're gonna slowly dip our toe and wade into some Cthulhu here. But before we do that, do want to remind everybody at the table of our safety tools. So this is Massive Nyarlahotep. It is a mythos game. It has themes of, unfortunately, racism, police brutality, of false accusations, some body horror, along with just a whole host of other things that are not great to fun to explore and talk about. So everybody at the table, if you guys we're in the middle of something and you're like, I'm not feeling so good, give me the old, TIE fighter wobble. If we ever need to stop, just a big X on the screen. I'll ask you what in particular was upsetting. There is no wrong answer. Please say anything and everything that is actually upsetting. The biggest thing is that I want to make sure I don't restart the game with that exact thing, right? So if we have a spiders, you have arachnophobia, and I'm like, great, you're past the spider pit, and one of the spiders chases you, right? Like, I don't want to do that. Other than that, we do need to make note that this is Call of Cthulhu is inspired by H.P. Lovecraft, who was a awful human being, a chauvinist, misogynist, racist, xenophobe that experienced a great deal of fear, anxiety, and panic in his life. Some of that allowed him to tap into some primal ideas and have served as the basis for these mythos tales. But he is, while most associated name, he is not the best, nor the most prolific, nor the first. Hastur and the King in Yellow actually predates anything published by Lovecraft. So, for an example. Last but not least, there are depictions of mental illness. They are game mechanics, and those mechanics are inaccurate to true mental health. We will use terms like insane and loss of sanity. Sanity being the delusion of the accepted reality that man has created for itself. And going insane is seeing the world for the true cosmic horror that it is. So, yeah, as I always like to say, the sanity mechanic and the terms used are a 1980s take on 1920s psychology. So, run it through those filters. With all of that said, let's return to 1925 New York City. It is a booming and bustling point in the town. I believe you guys are, I think we know the exact date, January 20th, 21st, something like that. You guys have come to New York at the behest of your friend that you had met some years prior, and he passed away. He was murdered by the Cult of the Bloody Tongue. You have chased him down, his murderers down, and in the process, you have exonerated a falsely accused man that was sitting in jail awaiting execution. The way that you did that most recently was infiltrating the Juju House, a African emporium of artifacts, knickknacks, a small shop that faced out into an alley. After speaking with Adams's wife and sort of sorting out that this was the meeting place of the cult that had also killed Elias, your friend. And so you snuck in, you made your way downstairs where you were assaulted by mummies, that reanimated corpses that stood guard in this room. There among the items were personal effects, jewelry, watches, identifications, all those sorts of things for people that were sacrificed by this cult, and also the people that Adams had been accused of killing. With this evidence, you're able to go to your police detective friend and help get the free man out of jail. You are running. You do have a few small errands left to sort of look over in New York. But also pinned in the chat are all of the document papers that you guys have found, and you probably want to take a few minutes, maybe relook over them. I can help with any rolls that you guys need to do. There are percentile dice you want to roll under your skill percent. The big thing you're looking for is where do you want to go next? And it seems that what Jackson Elias, or Elias Jackson, they're the same.
Definitely Jackson Elias.
Jackson Elias, great. What he was researching, all of it seems at least tangentially tied to this Carlisle expedition. And there is, outside of the city in Westchester County, Carlisle's sister, Erica Carlisle, who is now the head of the estate after her brother's doomed expedition. So, yeah. What... You guys are in the hotel that you had rented. You have those papers that you brought with you sort of spread out across the table. If you guys are in the Discord, the Massive Nyarlahotep chat, you can click on pinned messages, and there's all sorts of things that you have uncovered. And so...
The most recent ones are at the top.
Okay, good to know. Great.
Because I scrolled and I was like, wait, Peru.
Yes, you don't have to do Peru, but yeah, definitely past the chapter 1, which is just have information concerning Carlisle expedition. Stop. Need reliable investigative team. Stop. Meet January 15th, New York. Stop. Jackson Elias. That was the telegram service that brought you to New York first. And then from there, the series of cultish, unfortunate events has unfolded.
So what date do we think it is?
From what I remember, the
The
The 18th was the last I had written down.
I
And good.
well, go ahead. You keep talking. I'm checking
Okay.
something.
So the 18th is when we sent 2 telegrams to
Mhm.
Boston, and Arkham.
The librarian
Lucky,
from Arkham had called you back, as I believe had the professor. You guys
yeah, I believe so.
did have those conversations, so those did
Yeah, and the
happen.
18th is when we met up with Millie,
Okay.
and then we met with Lieutenant Poole at the New York Public Library.
Right.
Then went to Juju House. So
we're definitely at least on the 19th.
okay.
Okay. So everything, yeah. We can say 19th is a Monday, so 19th or 20th. Let's say 19th.
Okay, I was like, which would you rather?
That's fine. Yeah. I think you guys, I'll tell you what, because you guys were up all night on the 18th, we're going to say you sleep through the 20th. It's nighttime on the 19th. You're about to go into the 20th. How's that?
Okay.
Great.
Sounds good.
Good. So the eve of Monday, January 19th, it is a cold New York eve in January.
You made it any farther on that book? Is it interesting?
It's odd.
Oh. Wait.
There's some really strange things in here that I'm not quite sure. Like, those creatures that we fought against?
Those weird, the ones in the basement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, we can make more.
Why would we want to do that?
There's instructions, a sort of spell, I suppose, incantation on how to do that. In this book. And that's just one of the many odd things inside of it.
So when we're done reading the book, we should get rid of the book. Like shred it and burn it. So that can't happen again.
Or we lock it up in a museum.
What if it gets stolen? It was stolen from the library, right?
Right, but a library isn't nearly as unable to be broken into as a museum, as secure as a museum. I can't think of English.
True.
All I'm saying is that it's the last known copy that exists. There are apparently 12 others that have all been destroyed, and the loss of knowledge is quite disheartening. So even though it's not...
Is it really knowledge that we need?
That anyone should have?
Yeah.
No, that's why you put it in a museum.
But what if someone at the museum gets a crazy hair up their ass, and then they want to start making zombies?
Well, we don't have to
There's mummies in museums.
We don't have to tell them what's in the book.
Well, they can read it.
Can you?
Yeah, I think so. I can read pretty fast.
I think so.
It's the stress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe.
I got a quick study. I think I could.
I feel like it's like the House of, what is it? House of Leaves? Is that book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
House of
I
Leaves.
imagine that's what it's like.
There is a book, House of Leaves, that was written. There's an album that goes with it. So it's like these siblings. One of them wrote a book. One of them was a music producer, made music. I know this because it's Megan Fenner's favorite book. And it's exploring grief after the death of their parents. Their father, I believe, was the last one. But as they're writing it, the text begins like it's a documentation of them going insane. Because
Wow.
like it starts not making sense. They start writing like a single word on a page, and they're printed that way. There's things about like written in shapes in faces, and like it's very interesting from
What's
everything
that?
I have heard. House
What's
of
that called
Leaves.
again? House of Leaves.
Yeah.
Hold on.
There's
Sounds
like a sentence that will travel more than one page.
Mhm.
Things are written upside down, like on the side, in a circle. There's like one paragraph that's kind of like in a swirl that you kind of have
That's
to look at it. So yeah, it's like they're delving into the psyche of
Mhm.
what they have to deal with, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Just from like an actual physical like standpoint, just to look at it. But reading it in any coherent sense obviously is impossible because it's not supposed to be coherent.
Oh.
You can't.
It's. Oh right. Oh right. Oh right. Oh, what was that? Oh my God.
Because of the
Nobilis. Nobilis.
There you go.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. You want to know?
Me,
Triggered.
not an intellectual. What?
I know. Like,
No. No. Here's the thing. Once upon a time, I clearly am a fan of the Cthulhu mythos in general. We used to play Eldritch Horror as a board game. We played it in a big long campaign. We ran into this RPG. I found it on a list of the weirdest RPGs ever written. It is called Nobilis. It was originally like proliferated as like a message board chat room RPG. In all of it, you play a hollyhock god of your choosing. It's an actual RPG, so there are mechanics and
Rules.
stats and rules, but trying to read it, to understand it, to comprehend is fuck all nonsense. And I fully understood, like, I could not stop reading it because it was, one, hilarious, and two, insane. Absolutely bullshit insane. But it also made my brain hurt. Like, it drove me nuts. It was 100% this.
So they nailed the Cthulhu.
They nailed it. Yeah, and not a mention of a tentacle in the place. Now,
Throw it away.
Yeah, no, the Lord of Pain, whose hand is bleeding on a basketball court, could hurt you. He doesn't like to, but he might by accident. It really doesn't matter as long as the mushroom tops of the sprite fairies spin along the hollyhock seeds. Like, it's that.
I think I just
As
had a
long
stroke.
as that's happening, we're golden.
Yeah.
So I read it too because you're gonna run the game, right? Like you're gonna have the game.
I was
and
going
I'm
to, and I
the
I tried, and I had to bail. I couldn't do it.
And I'm the type of person who like reads the books of the games that we're gonna do because I like to know what's going on, and I also like to help Cody to like read directions and understand.
I am definitely a fan of you reading the book, Matthew reading the book. Like whoever has volunteered to go on this adventure with me, I'm glad other people are reading the book too because yeah. But please continue.
Yeah.
No, I want
So I was reading it, and I read the whole thing too, and the funniest thing about it is it was like satire, but it wasn't satire because it was serious.
Yeah.
But it was also like I felt like I was reading some alien's interpretation of like The Sims.
Yeah.
Like, because you are essentially controlling Sim characters, but not like it was very strange. And the thing is that it was so esoteric. It was like I was reading philosophy papers. So it was like you had to delve deep down underneath all of the pretty language to figure out what exactly the fuck it was trying to say.
Yeah.
And it was really cool from like a written standpoint, as I was like, I like how somebody wrote this and put the effort into it. But to actually like create a game, like no, you need somebody to like write out, this is how you play the game, and the book did not do that.
It is undigestible as a game. Like so like if you took it in small chunks and we're like, okay, I read about this, like that makes sense. But this in relation to everything else, fuck off. So like one of the comprehensible cool things is they pull from like Norse mythology, and they have a giant tree where the world is, right? That's reality. And there are things outside of the tree that are nebulous nothing coming to destroy everything. Those are essentially the bad guys. And you, being all powerful and yet useless, must protect everything from the nothing. And that is about the most concise explanation I can offer.
Right, because like you don't have powers or skills. You only have powers or skills to influence other people to do things for you,
or whatever your domain is. So you can decide your
You're
domain.
a rocker boy.
Kind of, but you don't. But you are the. So like literally, there's a Lord of Pain. So if something hurts, he can make it hurt more. Or if something's capable of hurting, he could do that. But there's also like Madam of First Flower of Dawn, right? And wherever there's a Flower of Dawn, the first time, she can influence it.
Yeah. that one flower.
Right. So trying to make like a story out of it, to make like a tabletop RPG campaign out of it would be very, very difficult. I think even making a one shot would be difficult.
Yeah.
Just because it's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Also,
just stream reading it.
Yeah. Also, everything's alive. Even things that are not alive all have a spirit and are alive.
Right.
Sweet.
Of course.
As it should be.
Sure.
So
Right.
everything's living.
Yeah.
But it's not living.
But it's not living, but it is alive.
But it's live.
Yeah, exactly. So while we have taken that derailment, that is what madness in the Mythos world looks like. That exact moment where I just snapped and had to spread the madness. That was
I
it.
could read it. I can read that.
Right.
fine.
Right.
Maybe.
Explaining?
Yeah. Right. He believe in me, right, Deli?
Yeah. No, you got it.
Don't roll your eyes at me.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, because right now I need to actually finish decoding and deciphering and figuring out what we can glean from this.
Sorry.
But then we can potentially put it to a vote and decide what to do with it.
Burn.
Flicks a lighter.
By the by, are you all right, Miss Dahlia?
I mean, I think so.
Oh shit.
I mean,
I'm not
I
all
was in a
right.
box.
I'm the hurt one.
You were in a
Wait,
box.
question.
I think I healed you. Didn't I?
How many? Yeah, you healed me to 13.
Okay.
How many days has it been? Do I gain health?
One. It hasn't been a day. That's what we were
shit.
calculating. You've gotten a nap. You've gotten a sleep. It's the next day. You guys dragged her out of Juju House at like 4 a.m. And oh no, it wasn't even that late. I think eventually it got late.
You went in at dusk.
You went in at like 6 o'clock, and people wandered in. Yeah, so it's lunch on the 19th. You guys got one sleep. Thank you, Shino, for the stretch and the the hydrate.
Yeah, one sleep.
One sleep.
One sleep till Brooklyn.
One more.
Sleep
Till
till
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
So I think with
Well.
one sleep you get 4 points back, don't you?
Do I?
Do we?
I
Did I
believe
make that
so.
up?
God, I hope.
If we
No, I think
all
that is
agree on
true.
that, I would like to take that.
Yeah, don't get me to a sweet 17.
I'm double checking in the pulp book.
Is it pulpy?
It is
is pulpy.
Yeah.
Oh, chewy.
So,
I like to chew my orange juice. Don't worry about it.
I love Eco's feel today is like, cool. Everybody sees the line. We're just gonna nudge ourselves over that, just ever so slightly, just a soupçon. Pulpy, awesome. Chewy, yeah.
Shoot.
right.
Natural healing is increased to +2 hit points per day.
Oh, 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, in addition, successful first aid and medicine healing is increased to 1d4. So you get two points every day, and you can get healed through first aid and medicine once per day, I believe. Per
Oh, that is
wound.
true.
Yeah, per
Yeah.
injury, right? So.
Mhm.
So you could medicine and or first aid her again.
Let's redo that. Medicine and or first aid. Ooh, I'm gonna roll.
Yes.
Woo.
So do we get that other 2?
You
Yes,
do,
you do.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you,
I'm
yeah.
at 18.
Great.
Do you need help too?
I'm at 18 out of 22. I think.
I have a problem.
Okay.
What's your problem?
What did you do?
I put it to 15. I pressed enter, and now somehow my maximum is 141. I can't click it.
You can't click it.
No, it's giving me the circle with the thing.
What's happening here?
This is just ADHD as a show right now.
What just happened?
We don't know what's happening.
This is an in-depth study of
I can't control Z.
cult madness. Can you
Can
Can you-
I'm gonna X out of it. We're not gonna say nope. Leave.
close the document without saving and reopen
Yep.
it? Maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's like when I had, what was it, like 1,000,000 luck points.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's not how much you guys got.
No.
Not.
I was like, why is it so bad to spend luck? I mean, I got so much.
It did it again. I can't adjust. I can't adjust my health because it's just kind of okay. I really don't know what to do.
Wait, what happens if you don't press enter? What happens if you type in
That's what I just did. I typed 15, I clicked off, and it gave me 141 in the max.
What is your current max? Can you just type?
27.
Can you type your max in and maybe?
No. Because after it changes it to that 141, it gives me the circle with the thing.
I meant before.
can't do
I meant
anything.
initially. I meant
Oh,
like.
it's already at 27. That's the weirdest part. Third time's the charm.
It's not allowed to be easy here.
Okay, I just opened it in Adobe and it worked. Fine.
What were you using before?
Firefox.
Oh.
It worked every other time.
It didn't work for Cyberpunk. You think it's gonna work for Cthulhu?
One thing. I'm trying my best.
We don't talk about yesterday, okay?
We don't talk about Bruno, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we're good. It's good. We're back to normal. We're fine. We've got 27 hit points max.
Okay.
Jesus.
Cool. Do you still need me to heal you?
Yes, please.
Okay. Because you only have 15 hit points, right?
Yep. Where are you at, dog?
First roll. Ooh.
What?
Where are you at?
18.
Oh shit, we're both hurting.
That is an regular success for medicine, which should be 1d4. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 1.
Perfect.
Sorry. I'm going crazy. Researching.
Okay. We're all going a little nuts. It's all right.
Do you want me to heal you, Dahlia?
Sure.
Get to the 1 hit point.
Watch her get 4.
I'm
Watch
so
her get
excited
4.
here. What spider?
Regular success. 1d4. Where's my fuck's my d4? Because I'm not using that one again. Oh, okay.
No, go ahead. Use that one again. It'll give her a 4.
You're a fresh D.
2!
Hey!
D4s are doing so well, guys.
Going good. I didn't even think about those.
I don't even. Why even?
And I'm pretty sure Evie is just using the base 30 for first aid, right?
She used medicine on me.
But medicine I have a 27 in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I love how your doctor is somebody who like got a CPR class in training.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Everybody starts with 30 for first aid. Everybody knows, like, all right, wrap it up, put some pressure on it, don't get dirt in it. And she's like, okay, I can heal you with this.
Got you. There's
I got
only
it.
one way to get better, and that's to try.
That is true.
I'm imagining, because I have a 27 in medicine, that I like read books, and I was like, I can do practical applications of that.
Yeah.
You read a book, you're like, I can perform surgery.
Yeah. I know how that is.
I do autopsies on, mummies, so that's
Same
good
thing.
enough.
Close.
Same thing. It's fine. All the same.
Looking at
I
dead
don't see the
people is the
difference.
same thing as keeping them alive, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clearly.
Exactly.
Oh, Malanta. My medicine's
I
at
just feel like
1,
Evie-
so...
Yeah, same.
Chekhov in the Star Trek, like original Star Trek. If you watch, not the original Star Trek, but the first J.J. Abrams 2009 movie.
Yeah.
Chekhov, when he's like talking about the transporter, he's like, I can do that. I can do that. Move, I can do that. That's Evie in medicine. I
That's
can do
Evie.
that.
I got it.
Can't do that hard.
Mm.
Right.
Anyway, okay. So,
Thank you
I appreciate it.
sorry.
for the band-aid.
Yeah, sorry it wasn't perfect. And mine's a little bit occupied with this African sex. So,
I get it. It's a thrilling topic.
Yes, that sounds enthralling.
It's like it'll really get you going. Get those gears spinning.
I said it that way on purpose, and still it's making me like super crack up.
I tried really hard to hold it in. I couldn't.
I literally said it that way on purpose, but it's still really funny. Okay.
Oh, agreed, Tristan. Agreed. It is the best, and we missed you too. We missed all of this. We missed the band-aids. We missed the African sex. We missed tentacles. We missed
Tentacle daddy.
just all of
Part
it.
of the African sex.
Yeah. Well.
So we very much have finished, I'm assuming, with our secondary mission of helping out Mr. Adams.
Yeah, we help him. Now
So
we just
we
gotta talk
We should
to.
go back to trying to figure out what happened to Mr. Elias.
Well, wasn't it the same people? Or is that why we're going on the Carlisle?
Well, physically, yes, the same people killed him, but we still don't know why.
Oh, true. The why is the important part.
It's all about the why.
And he did ask you to complete his investigation into the Carlisle expedition. And you have a retainer of money to do that with, if you guys remember.
Right.
I did not, but thank you.
Yeah, he like gave us all his money, but we can't have it. We have to like ask the lawyer for it.
It's like but it's 50,000. It's 50 grand. And
Yeah, it's like a lot.
yeah.
20?
In 1925, 50 grand.
Ooh.
Elias was rich. He was holding out on us.
So now we're rich?
But no, because it's in a trust, so therefore we can't access it.
So they don't trust us. All right.
I wouldn't trust us either.
I would. I lied. I said that he was my husband. Come on.
Oh, right.
I trust us very much. I thought it would get us farther. It didn't really matter, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. So, I think our next point of action is to potentially pick up where Elias left off, and that would be contacting our person who might potentially know something about the Carlisle expedition.
Right. Yes, let me find the lawyer's name. I just took a Google detour. $50,000 in 1925 equals $851,000 in 2022.
Someone
Dang.
want to give me the equivalent of 50,000 in the 20s? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll take
Appreciate it.
today's 50,000 if anybody's
Seriously.
I'll take
Yeah.
today's $100.
50 bucks?
Ramsey.
Solid.
Yeah. Yep.
Carlton Ramsey.
Carlton Ramsey is the retainer of the estate, right? And the lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. You guys can reach out to Carlton. What would you like to ask him to do?
Ask him, does he know the details?
Mhm.
So just see if he'll give us the details of the expedition so that we may continue.
Oh, I don't think he knows that details, but he knows what we're doing.
Right. Yeah. He's kept up to date with what you guys are doing.
Or we could ask him if he could if he knows if he could put us in contact with Erica Carlisle.
And we'll ask him to also facilitate transportation out to Westchester.
True.
Because
Okay.
he's in charge of our transportation.
Yep.
I'm here for that.
Okay. Yeah. So you put in that call to him. He says he'll get to work on it right away. Probably know back by tomorrow. So yeah, you guys. I know you had a harrowing night last night. You have the rest of today. If there's anything in particular you want to do, is there anything that you as players looking over the pages find interesting or want to investigate, ask about? Do you want to go to a library and look up African masks or anything along those lines, or you just want to move to tomorrow, which is also acceptable?
I think we looked up stuff at the library, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Already we tried that and didn't really uncover anything.
Yeah. Okay.
I think probably just move on to the next day.
Okay. Absolutely. So Ramsey gets back to you guys and lets you know that he reached out through a number of the legitimate businesses that the Carlisle estate holds and is the owner of, and was put in contact with a Mr. Gray. And he is the attorney for the Carlisle estate, and is won't arrange a meeting with Erica until he knows, first of all, what it's about, who you are, why you want to meet with her, and he may require a meeting face to face with him before. But what would you like? What would you like me to tell him? Right, Ramsey's a lawyer, not from the South. He's a lawyer from New York. Fast talking New York lawyer with a Southern drawl. We're gonna figure out that voice at some point, but right now is not that moment. Apparently,
Just make it your transatlantic.
Ah, right. But then how, that's the only way I knew who Elias was.
But he's dead now, so it's all right.
All right, we've got a new one. His name is Ramsey. You see?
Ramsey, see?
Ramsey.
I'm so sorry.
Doing good. Good job. Good work.
All right. What do you want me to tell him? You guys are at a cafe. We'll call it. You're at Sardi's for lunch. Why not?
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's on the trust. You got 50 grand, right?
Yeah. They're paying, man.
Even if it wasn't open in 1925, it is now.
Cannon.
Exactly. So, yeah, you guys, you get 2 more hit points back. Congratulations.
All right.
New day.
1927. We were so close.
It's a soft
Soft
opening. Soft
Yeah,
opening.
soft opening.
Exactly. Yeah. Soft opening.
It's our pilot store.
Exactly. Yeah.
Testing out the menu. I was like, it was close to being open then, so that's what I really wanted to see. I was like, when did it actually open?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? All right. Do you think it would be wise to name drop Mr. Elias?
As far as
You
I
think
remember, Elias went poking around quite a bit, and it might be better to make our own approach.
How about we say
He just for a note, Ramsey, Carlisle papers 11 and 12, if those might be of interest or use.
Which one's though?
I'm not 100%. They tend to be numbered on there, but
They are?
on like the item themselves sometimes. Oh no, maybe not. I'll tell you. I'll find out and I will tell you.
Is it the clippings?
Yeah. Oh yes, maybe.
And
Because
then
that talks
assume-
about the Carlisle.
So Carlisle 12 is this very long letter,
Oh shit.
and
Oh, that's the most recent one we got?
Carlisle 11 is a letter as well.
from Egypt,
Yeah.
the one to Mr. Carlisle from Mr. Warren Bessart.
Carlisle papers. Well, who knows? I could be ruining telling you this. What is that?
The big long letter that is the last pinned is the letter Jackson wrote as part of his will reading. Just so you guys know.
Oh, okay.
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 I can't read it, so.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can if you open it up in the original and you say open original.
I did that and it's smaller.
As I say, and then you like zoom in. It'll still be blurry
Same
because you can kind of
size.
read it.
Yep. No, they said I'm not allowed to read that one. Let me read the other one.
Did you guys go to the publisher?
We talked to them. We didn't actually go to them.
Oh, didn't we call him or something?
You spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spoke to the publisher at the funeral. What is that? Stop that. Thank you, Stretch and Hydrate. Good friends. Keeping us not dead. He's good. Right, so you spoke to him, so I'm gonna share these. Carlisle 11 and 12. That's illegible, but I'll see if I can share it. And I think I have it. Coffin dance. There's an alert. You guys can't hear it, but I apparently can. They do work. You're welcome. I'm gonna send you guys this. So.
I don't know if we actually did talk to his publisher. We talked to him at the funeral, but I don't think we actually talked to him.
You know, it might be worth it to talk to his publisher too, just in case.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Sounds like a solid idea.
Is he? Or do we gotta travel?
No, he's in town.
Oh, perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's at the Prospero Publishing House, located on Lexington Avenue, 35th Street.
So we want to head over there?
Yeah, catch a cab, head on over there. Cab costs you, I think, $3. Probably get you there. And, absolutely.
Sorry, I'm just catching up really quick on the notes. Yeah, we didn't actually go there, so.
Well, all right. I'm bad at my job, but you guys will figure it out anyway.
We got it.
You're not bad at your job.
Thank
We're
you.
all confused.
Yep.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
All right. Yes, we can go to the publisher, and I'm assuming the lawyer was the publisher's friend, so he was
Right.
able to set us up.
Yeah, you guys, and if I'm not mistaken, he 100%. There we go. There's the handouts thing. He 100% told you to stop by anytime. So he was the publisher was absolutely willing to talk with you guys. You make your way over to the Prospero House. It is a pretty not sparse or bare bones, but it's definitely not the biggest publishing house in New York. It has it probably rents out like a second floor office, but it's in one of those office buildings where like the reception area works for the building, and you can see sort of the list of offices that are there. They have like a floor with a small foyer, probably an editor, couple of other editors and copywriters and publishers and things like that that they search through. And oh, now I'm remembering why I never know what you guys have and don't have. It's because everything is a Carlisle paper. There's just Carlisle paper Expedition, Carlisle paper America, Carlisle paper Peru.
And I remember you saying like nothing is in order.
Nothing's in order. None of it. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Yeah. Welcome to the chaos, kids. So, as you guys make your way up, you've been buzzed up. They called ahead, and so Jonah Kensington is the owner of Prospero House, and will come out and meet you guys as you've come off the elevator. You're walking through the finely tiled, floors. Your shoes sort of clicking and echoing in that. The burgeoning beginnings of Art Deco, I think, are right around the corner. And as you guys come in, Elias is, Jonah Kensington is there. Hello, friends. Welcome. Yeah, come on in. It was, and he kind of immediately sort of stops. You guys are bandaged up. You're healing, but you look a little rougher. And especially in 1925, 3 women walking around looking beat up is enough of a reason for him to go, Are you all right? Is everything okay? It looks as though you've been through quite
We're
the
fine.
ordeal.
We're on the mend, but we're good.
Yeah,
It's okay. Don't worry
we're
about it.
doing great.
Okay.
I was fixing a car. Some things went wrong.
Huh. I'm pretty sure those cars were dangerous, but I didn't think they were that dangerous.
You'd be surprised once you get under that hood.
I've been surprised under a hood a time or two.
No. Same.
Hey. Hey, let's go to the meeting room, and he'll take you over to one of the meeting rooms. Has a window and looks out a bit over the city. Yeah, they got windows. They're not super high. They're not very high. They're maybe 3rd, 4th floor maybe, but they're here. You got a window.
Oh, you're this high up in this building?
Well, admittedly, we don't publish as much as we used to, but Jackson's books always had a niche following, and they did very well for us. It's still settling in that he's never going to call me again from some far-flung reaches of the globe, rambling about this or that, and every day I just expect another telegram or a letter or something to show up of his. But it is like all things. It's what we learn to endure. Did you all have any questions for me, or anything that you wanted to I could fill in for you? Anything along those lines?
Did he have anything written about, like, recently that he sent? Or...
I will say, there towards the end, he was absolutely certain that he was being followed, and he had put some things in the mail just for safekeeping to be processed. We did have some things sort of show up yesterday, like I said, waiting for letters. Not quite what I was expected, and he had called out more than a few times in the past month, and Elias had ruffled many feathers, as he would do all around the globe. Some people with enemies have money, and at first it seemed very innocuous, but it was very clear to Elias this was a very important project, and so it is. That's not what I wanted you to do. There we go. So yes, he'd become obsessed with his blood cult, and the blood cult, I think, absolutely had a hand to play in his downfall. I do have some correspondence of his, and he has sent the secretary to go and get them before that. And in a few moments, she does come back in, and she has some papers that I'm now going to dig out and give you as soon as I can find them. Because things not being in order are absolutely my favorite. I know they're yours as well.
I can hear they're bringing you great joy.
Thank you. Yeah, they so much joy, guys. I really cannot tell you enough how much joy. So masks, there we go. There's a screenshot of that one. And make sure I'm giving you guys the right things. So that one's typed. If you can make it big enough, you can absolutely read it.
Bet I could make it bigger if I put it over here.
Bet I could make it bigger if I did this.
It's a little better.
So there is also this one, which you're gonna have to rotate.
I don't know how to do that, but I can't read that.
I can read it.
Can
Dear
you?
something.
Yeah.
Big something.
Dear Jonah, big news. There is a possibility that not all of the members of the Carlisle expedition died. I have a lead, though the authorities here deny the cult angle. The
Natives
natives ring
sing.
a difference. Oh, sing a different tune.
Yep.
You wouldn't believe the stories. Some juicy notes coming your way. This one may make us all rich. Blood and kisses, Jay.
Oh, that's a sign off.
That is a sign off.
I'm gonna start saying that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Blood
Wow.
and kisses.
Blood and kisses.
Yeah.
if I thought I could get away with it in a professional capacity, there would be nothing more intimidating than getting a subpoena or a summons to the courthouse signed Blood and Kisses,
Blood and kisses.
Jonah Kensington. Absolutely. So, I might have given you the wrong paper anyway. Yay.
The really long one?
The really long one doesn't seem to be for now.
Oh.
Is it? No. Of course, that's right, Cody. They're not in the right order. It is 12. You do read you do get the really long one.
Okay.
11 and
I was
12.
gonna say, because that's just what he sent him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the long one is just a summary of all the stuff he's been sent.
The issue is that from the top of the page going down, I get 10, 9, 13, 11, and then 12.
Good.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So, yeah. So while you guys have your own mystery to sort out, I got mine too. I got my own clues to kind of parse through. Would somebody like to give us a dramatic reading of that letter, the long letter, or would you like me to? I suppose.
I can. I can try and make it dramatic.
I mean, it might be very dry. I don't know what's in it.
It's pretty dry. It's I don't know. It's written not how I thought it was going to be.
Oh, are
Do
these
we
just
want to rotate them with the different sets?
sure? Yeah.
So that way we don't have one monotone voice. Not that you're monotone.
I'll read set one.
Sure.
Okay.
Set one of the Nairobi notes sets forth the offices, officials, and tribes which Elias visited, searching for material concerning cults and cult rituals. Elias mentions
Roger.
Roger Corridon.
Corridon, the colonial undersecretary for international affairs. However, he notes that nothing conclusive was learned. Elias discounts the official version of the Carlisle massacre. Whoever wants to read set two.
Okay. Set 2 describes his trip to the massacre site. He notes particularly that the earth there is completely barren, and that all the tribes of the region avoid the place, saying it is cursed by the god of the black wind, whose home is nearby a mountaintop.
Cody, do you want to join in on the reading?
You go ahead. For now, I'm double checking something.
Cool. Set 3 is an interview with a Johnstone Kenyatta, who says that the Carlisle murders may have been performed by the cult of the Bloody Tongue. He says that the cult is reputedly based in the mountains, and that its high priestess is a part of the Mountain of the Black Wind. Elias is politely skeptical, but Kenyatta insists upon the point. In quotes, Elias records that regional tribes fear and hate the Bloody Tongue, that tribal magic is of no protection against the cult, and that the cult's god is not of Africa.
Set 4 follows up on the Kenyatta interview. Elias confirms from several good sources that the Bloody Tongue exists, though he finds no first-hand evidence of it. Tales include children stolen for sacrifice, and creatures with great wings are said to come down from the mountain of the Black Wind to carry people off. The cult worships the god unknown to folklorists, one fitting no traditional African pattern. Elias lists Sam
Mariga?
Mariga, I guess.
Mariga
Yeah,
railway station. Oh my gosh. Neville Germain?
Mm-hmm.
Germain? Dr.
German, I guess, yeah.
Lieutenant Selkirk? And Colonel
Endicott.
Endicott?
Yeah.
As people he questioned.
Set 5 is a single sheet reminding Elias that the Cairo-based portion of the Carlisle itinerary must be examined carefully. He believes that the reason which prompted Carlisle's Kenyan side trip is on the Nile.
Set 6 is a long interview with Lieutenant Mark Selkirk, leader of the men who actually found remains of the Carlisle expedition. Importantly, Selkirk says that the bodies were remarkably undecayed for the length of time which they lay in the open, almost as if decay itself wouldn't come near the place, quote unquote. Secondly, the victims had been torn apart as if by animals, though what sorts of animals would pull apart bodies so systematically he could not guess. Quote, unimaginable, inexplicable, end quote. Selkirk agrees that the Nandis may have had something to do with the episode, but suspects that the charges against the ringleaders were trumped up. Quote, it wouldn't be the first time, he says cynically. Finally, Selkirk confirms that no Caucasians were found among the dead, only the corpses of the Kenyan bearers were scattered across the barren plain, despite what was claimed at the inquest.
Set 7 is another single sheet. Elias ran into Nails Nelson at the Victoria Bar in Nairobi. Nelson had been a mercenary for the Italians on the Somali Abyssinian border and escaped into Kenya after double-crossing his employers. Nelson claimed to have seen Jack Brady alive in Hong Kong less than 2 years before Elias was in Kenya, and long after the Kenyan court declared that Brady and the rest of the expedition were dead. Brady was friendly, though guarded and taciturn. Nelson didn't press the conversation. This report only strengthened Elias's belief that the principal members of the expedition might still live.
Set 8 discusses a possible structure for the Carlisle book, but is mostly featureless, which with entries like, quote, tell what happened and explain why.
That's how I write my thing.
That's a
Tell what happened and explain why.
Yeah.
Just like start yelling.
It's when you're writing a paper, but you don't want to write it out.
Mhm.
What does that say? Many names, many forms, but all the same and towards the end need help.
You can
Too big,
read that?
Yeah. Too big, too ghastly. These harms?
Dreams.
Dreams like Carlisle's. Check that psychoanalyst files. All of them survived. They'll open the gate. Why? So the power and the danger is real. They ... Many threads beginning ... The books are in Carlisle's safe ... Coming from blank. Will she seem perfect?
Will the ocean protect?
Oh God. Okay. That word is
Seem
ocean.
perfect.
I see it now. Will the ocean
That looks
protect?
like a
Got it.
scribble to me.
Ho ho.
Oh,
Oh,
Is that what that says?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Okay.
okay.
No quitters now.
No questions now?
Quitters.
No what now?
No quitters.
now. Must tell and make
Readers.
readers believe. Should I
Scream.
scream for them? Let's scream together.
As you read that out, Kensington, you can see sort of the sorrow and the sadness on his face. That was the last correspondence I got from Elias. It was about a month ago. He had been out of correspondence for a while. The notes, and he points to the very long one that, and you guys sort of read over the summary of what all those notes were. Those had come, I think, months prior, and it was until about, middle of last month that I got this from from Elias in London. He had previously been in, I believe, Hong Kong, is where the notes came from. But I know that he had come from Africa at one point. He'd become quite manic, obviously, at the end, talking of these voices, of gates, of screams and dreams and other broken, uncomfortable things. Elias had been all around the world and seen just about everything. It's difficult for me to believe that there was something that unsettled him quite this much. Now, he said there was a timetable, that he needed to find these missing pieces. He mentioned needing to go to Australia, but as best I can tell, he never made it there. He wouldn't really explain much more than that. He said he was coming back to New York, and I know we had booked him passage on a freighter, the Falarope.
To go to Australia?
I don't believe he did. No, the passage was for him to come to New York from London.
Oh, gotcha.
That's how he arrived in New York. He had called, I think, just the Friday before. Just six or so days ago, I believe, is when he made it into New York and reached out. The notes that he left all sort of read like this. And it was difficult to say, but I think if he had not met his untimely demise, 6 months in a sanitarium would have been a start. Elias worked very well on his own, but there's a lot of what he went through that I can't make any hide nor hair of. So.
Do you know how long he was in Kenya and if he ever made it to Cairo?
There was a long stretch where he hadn't been in constant contact with me. So, I don't know every step that he took. I know that he most likely passed through Cairo, and given that the Carlisle expedition was into Kenya, it would make sense if he was following their trail. He would have been through there. So.
Did you mention specifically where he went in London?
No, not that I'm aware of. I know that he had done... Who was his person there? I might be able to get you a name. Give me a day or so and comb through some things and see if I can forward that information along to you. It's not one that stands out at the moment, but I can get you a name that of someone he worked with in London.
Brilliant. And Mr. Ramsey, do you know if Elias had any lodgings of his own? Did he own any or rent any property in London?
In London? Not that I'm aware of. No, he barely stayed in the home he had here in New York. He was very much a man on the go. He didn't like to sit still. Didn't like to sit much of anywhere. So, I don't believe he had any other lodgings than the one he had here.
Can I make some sort of roll?
Sure.
For the Mountain of the Black Wind? Like, would I know what that is?
Ooh, you can make... Yeah, what kind of roll do you want to make?
An anthropology check, which doesn't exist. It wouldn't necessarily... History, maybe?
Okay.
Or just a straight education?
Yeah, I mean, we could do... I'd take either. History is okay, or...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, wow.
I've come to talk with you again.
The middle one. I forget what kind of success that's called. Hey.
Hard success?
Hard success. There you go. Thank you.
A hard success?
I'm like, I know that's not right.
Okay.
The middle one.
The middle number.
You know... You know the vague area in Kenya where the Mountain of the Black Wind is. It is in the vicinity of Mount Satima. And other than that being kind of a local name of it, it is a place that is rarely summited, and not a place that has been a big place for important discoveries. Like there's no big pyramids there. There's no big, it's very kind of tribal areas, and so not a lot of expedition and work and things going in that direction. But I believe the Carlisle expedition was one of them.
Do we know what the Carlisle expedition was looking for?
Ooh, that is a good question. Do you guys?
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know if those newspaper clippings said anything.
So, you can go and look up some information on the Carlisle expedition, if you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would at least know, just because my character's background is like an archaeologist in Cairo.
Yeah.
That I would know a little bit about it, have heard about it.
So there is one thing you do know. It is it's often referred to as a doomed expedition, right? Nobody is thought to survive. It was led by the very wealthy Roger Carlyle, and they didn't make it home. But yes, you can go look up some information on it, and I can give you kind of a Cliff Notes version of it. But I would like to take a quick break.
Sure.
Awesome. So we are going to be right back. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We are going to see you guys in just a couple of minutes, but until then, stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have... We haven't moved, Eco. You're still...
But then you start pointing in weird directions. You threw me off.
Well, thank you for paying attention to me, as though my directioning was functional and important. I do appreciate that.
Ika Kiko's Dahlia Westcott. Artist Hunter.
There.
All right.
Hey, I'm
Fight me.
Caitlin, aka Crimson Speller. I'm playing Evie, the Seeker Archaeologist.
I am Blondosaurus Rex playing Peggy Williams, the Grease Monkey Mechanic.
All right. So we were just talking about the Carlisle expedition. You guys have met with Jonah Kensington, who was Jackson Elias's publisher. And he has the last notes that Elias had written and has given them to you. You can tell that he's very much distressed, and he's talking about dreams, talking about gates and people being alive that are supposed to be dead, and a lot of very confusing, harried, interesting sort of ramblings, honestly. So, you guys had asked about the Carlisle expedition, and you had previously gathered the news articles that were available on the Carlisle expedition. And I'll sort of sum up, because we were kind of reading them in the break. The expedition leaves. Expedition is led by Roger Carlyle. He's a playboy in New York, and It departs for London on April 5th, 1919? Yeah. April 5th is my birthday. 1919 is not. Hey. July. They go to London in July, on July 4th, 1919. They depart Cairo. They leave Cairo to go to East Africa. There are notes about Roger having passed out from heat exhaustion. They say they're going to take a vacation. They're going to go on safari, but the rumor is they're going to look for King Solomon's mine, for some ancient biblical treasures. After that, the next report is in the end of the month, July 31st, from Mombasa by Reuters. And it talks about them. Oh, they arrived. Great, they made it. They made it to Mombasa, East Africa, right? And it goes over the people that are with them. Then on October 15th, there's a newspaper that the local authorities are asking for help finding the Carlisle expedition. The expedition left Nairobi on August 3rd, supposedly on safari, but the rumor does still persist that they're looking for something. And so this is where we're going to... I will pick up reading. This is from the New York Pillar, March 11th, 1920. So this is 5 months later. In response to clues, Miss Erica Carlisle, sister to the American leader of the Lost Carlisle expedition, arrived in port today aboard the Egyptian vessel Fount of Life. Several Kikuyu villagers reports have recently been received concerning the massacre of an unnamed whites near the Aberdare forest. Miss Carlisle declared her intentions to find her brother regardless of the effort needed. She brought with her the nucleus of a large expedition, detailing agents to coordinate supply and other activities with colony representatives. Miss Carlisle and the remainder of her party depart for Nairobi tomorrow. Her companion, Miss Victoria Post, indirectly emphasized Miss Carlisle's purposefulness by recounting the rigors of the voyage. May 24th, so 2 months later. Nairobi. The massacre of the long-missing Carlisle expedition was confirmed today by district police representatives. Roger Carlisle, New York's rollicking playboy, is counted among the dead. Authorities blame hostile Nandi tribesmen for shocking murders. Remains of at least 24 expedition members and bearers are thought found in a remote region of the Aberdare forest. Erica Carlisle, continued. Great. Erica Carlisle, Roger Carlisle's sister and apparent heiress to the Carlisle family fortune, led the dangerous search for her brother and his party. She credited Kikuyu tribesmen for the discovery, though police actually found the site. Among other expeditions, members believed lost are Sir Aubrey Penhew, noted Egyptologist, New York socialite Hypatia Masters, and Dr. Robert Huston. Many bearers are also reported dead. Murderers hanged, June 19th, 1920. So a month later. Less than a month. 5 Nandi tribesmen, convicted ringleaders of the vicious Carlisle expedition massacre, were executed this morning after a short, expertly conducted trial. Okay. To end the tribesmen's steadfastly refuse to reveal why they slaughtered Mr. Carlyle and his companions. Mr. Harvis, acting for the colony, something implied, cleverly, there it is, cleverly implied throughout the trial that the massacres were racially motivated and that fair-skinned victims were subject to the most savage treatment, preventing... Okay, I'm just going to skip that because that's dumb. So that is what is reported about the Carlisle expedition, and that is about.
That was important though, because it says that they were savage so much that all preliminary identification of the remains could not happen. So they never actually identified who they were.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's like the fair-skinned victims are subject to the most savage treatment, preventing all but the most preliminary identification of the remains. Then Miss Erica Carlisle, defeated in her efforts to retrieve her brother, left several weeks ago, but is surely comforted now by the triumph of justice. Churches. And the other word was punitive, so they thought it was a punitive massacre.
Oh, punitive. Okay. Yeah, I would not have gotten that. So, I can't read the printed words. So there you go.
Stupid,
It's like very small and scrunched perspective.
Yeah, and like in the newspaper type, so it's like hyphened words.
Yeah.
It's really rough.
Absolutely. So what would you guys like to do? You look over your notes. Kensington is available. You guys can go see Ramsey. They're trying to set up this meeting with Gray, and you're, I think, working on devising what you want to ask Erica about, or how you want to present yourselves, right?
Yeah. You think that?
Evie, there's something up with your mic. Like it kicks in after a sentence or two, but you sound very quiet and far away, muffled in the beginning. So
I will keep that in mind.
thank you. It wasn't doing it earlier. It wasn't doing it before
No.
break. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like ever since you took them out and put them back in, they're doing it.
Are they dying?
No.
One of the noise suppressors playing havoc with you. I also noticed you wincing when I spoke, so I will ASMR it for you. If this is better. I don't know that this helps.
Because I turned.
Go ahead.
Is that better or is that worse still?
It's the same.
It's so muffled.
It's the same.
Because what I had done, connected them and reconnected them in the Bluetooth, which is why I was wondering because it wasn't working.
So you sound good now.
Yeah, because I took them off.
They're mad at you.
I'm mad at them. It's okay. Just for now.
Okay.
I frequently get mad at mine, so I feel you on that.
Yeah.
So, before the tentacles of technicals, the technical tentacles.
Goals.
Yeah. What you guys were figuring out your approach to Erica. Technicals?
Technicals.
That's a great old one if I ever saw one written out. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Hmm.
New old one. Well said, Tristan. Um,
Do you think she knows who Elias was?
If I remember what we said, we did not want to go in that same direction because I believe he pissed her off.
Okay.
I would wager she was aware at the very least of him poking around her dead brother's expedition. And he's a bit of a sensationalist, so I would suspect she is aware, but that's up to you if you want to attempt that.
Thinking perhaps we could pretend to be acquaintances of another one of the expedition members.
Who?
Dr. Huston, was that the...
Psychologist, I believe. Dr. Huston.
Okay.
And then Sir Aubrey Penhew was the Egyptologist.
That one.
And there was a socialite among them as well.
Aren't you an Egyptologist? Kinda.
Sort of.
It
Not my
makes
specialty, but where I grew up.
it would make sense if you kind of like was an acquaintance, right?
I mean, I am familiar with his work.
So it wouldn't be a long shot for it, so.
You could lie, right?
Wouldn't even be a lie. Not really. He was slightly before my time, I suppose.
Just stretched truth.
Say your dad knew him or something.
I mean, he could be a distant relative.
Or that. I'm long lost father you didn't know about.
Thinking more on the lines of a cousin, but yes, sure.
I mean, if you want to tame it down, fine, do it. But I think the long lost father is a good idea.
But I know my father.
She don't know that. Am I wrong?
Right. Well, I guess that might explain why we're talking about it 6 years later.
Yeah. Like I found out that my daddy was killed on some expedition. Found out it was your brother's, and I want to figure it out. Or, I don't know, something like that. I'm sure
Yeah,
you can
'cause
make
they
it
would
sound
give
a
us
lot
a-
better.
Yeah, give us an in, make it seem like we care just as much as she did.
Yeah,
Right,
get
I
it
was
real
thinking-
close to home.
We could just commiserate.
Feel like that's not enough.
If we could share any... Potentially, I want to know anything that she knows about my father's last days.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a plan.
See, I like that. That sounds good. I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here thinking about Evie with these two Southerners. And how
friends,
annoying
right?
that would be.
A Brit and two Southerners walk into a socialite's house.
How bad do you think it's gonna go?
Stay tuned for the punchline.
It's in there somewhere. Oh my god. Well,
We have to know each other somehow. Oh, well, I suppose we wouldn't have to lie about that either. I met you while traveling.
Yeah.
In Peru.
yeah. Well, we don't gotta lie about that part. Just
Right.
the daddy part.
And then, right, all right. And then you happened to meet Dahlia, and then we all became friends, and you're helping support me during this trying time.
Oh, we've been friends since we was little ones.
We ain't gotta lie about that one.
We're close as crickets. Crickets are. I don't know if you know this. Crickets in the south are close. They
Right.
have little
I did not.
home structures.
I did not know that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
now you do. You're welcome.
Thank you for
Learn
educating.
something new every day.
I know some stuff.
Yes, you know quite a lot of things actually. In fact,
We're good.
I say you can do a lot more with weapons than I can. That's for sure.
Give me a good solid frying pan. Fuck them up.
A bookend, perhaps.
Listen, you grow up with a bunch of older brothers, you gotta learn how to defend yourself with whatever's close at hand. The fights get real.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We didn't fight with frying pans in Egypt.
You didn't fight with pan?
Did
They're
not.
quite effective.
I would imagine so.
Well, do we want to go?
Right, so I suppose we should relay that information to Mr. Kensington, who can then relay that information to Mr. Gray, who can then relate that information to Miss Carlyle.
Let's hope none of it gets messed up in translation.
We show up and it's like,
I heard you were your sister's mother's son. What?
I'm sorry, you're Carlisle's long lost daughter? No.
My brother had a daughter?
Oh my god.
And I'm like older than him. No, but we're like the same age. But yeah, we're like the same age.
Wow, the world's crazy.
So, rather than relay that way, Gray agreed to a short sit down with you all to see what business you had with the Carlisle estate. So you will get to present that to him directly.
Oops.
Is that not what do you not want to do that?
That's fine.
Is
It's
that
good.
okay? I thought that might be easier. Otherwise, you guys are.
I just like the game of telephone and me.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll make it a pure luck roll to see how much
I love that. Please. Absolutely.
the chaos gremlin in Blondie just perked up a pure luck roll.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
All right. So yeah, Gray agrees to a meeting at one of his offices. He has a attorney's office in downtown, in the city, and so you guys, from what Ramsey tells you, he is very busy, and so you're gonna really have like a legitimate 5 to make your case. Otherwise, you will have to find another way to make contact with Erica as far as being able to set up like an official appointment. That will be null. So, make sense?
Yes.
All right. You guys are waiting in the office. It is absolutely busy, and you see this very severe. It's the next day. Get 2 hit points back. Congratulations.
That's what I live for.
That's the only way you live.
That's
Or
what
die
yeah.
for, yeah.
Days. I still need 7 of them. Fine.
Well, I can try to heal you again.
Yeah.
Do it.
Get it.
Ooh, regular success.
All right, D4, don't let us down.
Which is like the other D4.
It's like these ones aren't working.
So it just like
4!
comes up and like
Ah!
add it on. You'll be
The
okay.
fancy D4 with like the cut off edges.
Oh, where the top
Safe.
has the number on it.
See?
I want to mold. I want to mold that so bad. I think those
Yeah.
That's so nice.
would be cool.
Those are perfect for first aid rolls because they're safe.
There you
That's
go.
true.
You
Yeah.
don't step on them and hurt yourself.
Make
Well, I mean, it'll still
calcium.
hurt, but it won't stab you.
There you go.
It won't betray
stab
you.
Yeah.
It's not a danger dice anymore.
Danger dice.
I don't know why that sound came with danger. It did. It happened. We're just gonna move past
The
it.
cat running away.
Yeah. So, it is the office of the law firm of Dunson, Whittleby, and Gray. So he is a partner here. Congrats to him. He comes walking through the bullpen. There are a number of sort of small private offices. Every lawyer here with their own office has their own secretary. And as you see Gray walking towards you, he's dictating a message to that is his secretary's very quickly in like shorthand writing in a notepad. And he's continuing to walk, and he actually kind of walks past you. And the secretary stops him and goes, "Excuse me, Mr. Gray. This is your 2:30 meeting. Wait a second. I have a 2:30. I thought we rescheduled that. No, sir. There was a cancellation, and then you spoke with Mr. Ramsey and set up a 2:30 today with these young women. Right. And he looks at her and he goes, "No, sir. Those positions have already been filled." Right. Okay. Come with me.
No, we're not your secretary applicants.
Which is very confused about for a moment.
A
And
job?
and yeah, and so as he's walking, you can hear his secretary's personal assistant basically catching him up on that you guys were trying to set up a meeting with Erica Carlisle, and that is about the most detail she gets into. So the rest of it is up to you. And he goes, "Oh, okay. All right. Please have a seat." And then, again, meeting room. It's a conference room. There's water, coffee. You get you a drink? Can she get you a drink? Joni, get them drinks. What do you drink?
Please.
Coffee. Good.
Yeah.
Water. Coffee.
Yeah.
Soda. Dr. Pepper.
Water's fine.
What?
Water.
Water. All right. We ain't water. We have water. I don't know. So what?
So you're in New York, man. You got water.
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 You got water, man.
We got water.
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 What can I? So, what is your business with Erica Carlisle?
Hoping to talk to Miss Carlisle about a mutual occurrence in our lives. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult for me to discuss.
I rub her back.
Tearing up a little bit, yeah. Recently, I came into a knowledge that I am the daughter of Sir Anthony Pembroke. Is that his name? I can't remember. I could look it up.
Cody's like, oh, you don't remember, huh?
I remember.
I know. This is a bad memory. Here we go. No, Sir Aubrey. There we go.
There you go.
Is that his first? Oh, Penview. Wow.
Penhue.
Caitlin. Wow. My
Yeah.
memory is so
Close.
bad.
Who's your daddy?
Who?
She just discovered him. It's
so-
fine.
I understand the confusion. That's the Carrington expedition. That's a different lawyer down the hall. You have to go talk to
Exactly.
him. Right? I can't help you with that.
Mr. Sir Aubrey Penhew.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, Mr. Penhew, Sir Penhew, met quite an unfortunate demise. And since we don't know much about it, but I know that Miss Carlyle headed over to sort of find as much information as she could, I perhaps wanted to entreat upon her kindness and discover if there's anything that she could possibly tell me about the last moments of my dearly departed father's life.
Make a where's the lie check?
There's persuasion.
There's fast talk?
Fast talk is more trying to confuse somebody. It's talking like in a circle. I guess persuasion. Trying to convince him that you are in fact this daughter, or at the very least you believe you are the daughter.
Psychoanalyst, but I don't think that's right.
Psychoanalysis is what he's going to roll, because that is the insight check in D&D terms, to tell if people are lying.
Ooh.
And he's pretty good at it.
Oh, fuck.
He is a lawyer.
Ooh,
You know what I'm gonna do?
what are you going to do?
Spend 7 points of my luck to make that an extreme success.
Okay. All right. With an extreme success, he does sort of, he listens to you, he looks over you, and he goes, You have to understand that the Carlisle expedition and the loss of her brother is a very touchy subject to Miss Carlisle. So I can't simply allow anyone off the street claiming to be a long-lost relative or something along those lines to set up meetings with what is my most important client. So if you have some form of proof or birth certificate, some lineage, some family tree, some attest, something along these lines that can connect these dots, then I will attempt to make that meeting for you.
I understand completely. I don't obviously have anything on me. I did not come prepared to be questioned about my authenticity. But if you would so permit me to come back in a day's time or 2 days' time, I would acquire the paperwork you so require.
Make me a... Who has the best credit rating?
Not me.
40.
50?
Yeah, 40.
30.
50 sounds like the best. Make me a credit rating check. And I will give you a bonus.
Are you wealthy in order to beat this person?
Well, think about it for a quick second. He's a high-end lawyer who works for people that have estates, right? If you look like you are, one, important enough to be a client, or two, important enough to be in the same wealth and circles, there may be other benefits to offset what is probably a touchy meeting that he knows he shouldn't set up, right? Like, she's not gonna want to sit down and go over the glory days of her brother dying in Africa, right? So, and for some reason, people believe rich people more than not.
That's why we have our famous artist friend with us.
Yeah, I'm quite an artist, you know.
We painted with blood one time.
You know, the blood of your enemies is quite the
I
style
keep
choice.
around to,
That
quickly
color.
sketch the important parts of my life.
There it is. And you keep her on retainer. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
do.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
So,
just roll.
yeah, so you're going to try to roll under that. If you guys, I'll tell you what. First, the other two, make me a luck roll.
How do I forget? Just luck and under my current
Yep.
luck score?
Under your current luck score.
Wait, no, I have like no luck.
Ooh, 14. So that would be
85.
Okay.
it would not be a fifth, but I believe it's a greater success.
Yeah, so hard success. Under half.
What the fuck? Why am I doing that?
I don't know. It's okay. So, I will say with the luck roll, you guys did anticipate that meeting the fancy lawyer, looking fancy, might help you.
How do we look fancy?
So, I'm going to give you guys a flashback for you to spend some money out of the
Grant,
account. Yeah, out of the grant to buy fancy clothes. So you have arrived dressed and looking of wealth. And so you may have a bonus die to roll your credit rating on.
Okay. What's that mean?
So you get a second percentile dice. You get a second one of the
okay.
tens, and you take the lower. It's advantage from 5e basically.
Okay. A lower one of the 10 die or the percentage die?
Percentage.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I need 2 percentage die. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yep.
Well, I'll take the 22. So that is a hard success.
Hard success. Okay. So yeah, with you guys dressed appropriately and carrying yourselves well, especially the artist Dahlia, as you sort of, give him a little bit of the business for not automatically believing you. He says, "You know what? I very much understand. Here's what we'll do. I will set up an appointment with Miss Carlyle at her Westchester estate, and when you arrive, you bring any documentation you're able to get with you. How's that? And I can look over it then at the time, and we will go from there. Shall we say lunchtime on Saturday?"
Okay.
Fantastic. Then I hope you all have a great day, and take care. And with that, he's up and going to his next meeting. So. Nice.
So he's gone?
Say what? He's gone, yeah.
Do we have like handwriting of his or something? Like, I don't know, some kind of sample or something? Like we write like a letter like my dear daughter.
Oh, you mean the guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
We can find
Do we
somebody
have
who
any
works in the
handwriting
library?
samples? Yeah, something like that.
I mean, yeah, you can find something at the library, I'm sure.
What's that look for?
No, I'm just, so you can forge things.
I can try.
Okay. Yeah. You can. So I will go ahead. You guys find what you need to at least attempt a forgery. What would you like to forge? A errant love letter.
Love letter.
Well, you would guess to her mom.
Well, I was thinking like, my dearest daughter, you never knew me. I wish I could have known you.
Sure.
Blah blah. That kind of.
That's fine.
bullshit.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I mean, I also think that what Cody has is true. Like, I'm thinking maybe my mom died and I was going through her house and found a stash of love notes because clearly
Or that.
I was that dude's love child, like not,
Right.
legitimate.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Right.
And you could
I
talk about you in the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you would be so kind as to forge 2 types.
How do we? What do you use for forge? What is that?
I think in this system, there's literally a forgery skill.
There's.
Is there? I don't see one.
No, it's fast talk, fighting, firearms,
Uh,
first aid.
Arts and crafts time, kids.
I don't have anything
Arts and
wrote down for
crafts.
that at all. Like, it's just blank.
Yeah, you pick a specialty when you
Oh.
you fill in
Well,
an
then
art.
She would probably be the one
Yeah,
because she's an artiste.
yeah.
I could paint you.
Um,
Well, I'm sure you could like copy some writing.
I don't see why that would be outlandish.
no, I think that's
Yeah.
probably the closest.
I was looking at art craft and looking at the thing underneath it, and I was like, why is this blank?
right.
As soon as you said art and craft, I was like, oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also actually I'm realizing it's just not a pulp skill. I think it is. Yeah. It is one of those rando in the main book skills. So forgery starts at 5%, but your art it says see art and craft. So if you have an art and or a craft score, I will let you use that. So
I do.
there you go.
Crazy enough.
See, mine's welding, so let's not. use that.
I don't think yours.
Metal.
You're welding the shoebox that she like found all the letters in. It's
just like making like a nice intricate little welded box.
Yeah.
yeah with the pen hue seal on it, the knightly pen hue
do like that acid
seal.
dip to make it look older.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Okay. So,
Yeah, so maybe if possible, if we can do like back and forth letters, like letters from him to her, but then also letters from her to him.
okay.
Would we have access to the letters from her to him?
Right, yes, but not like ones she actually sent, but like potentially.
Oh, that she was gonna send.
Right. Like the last one that she was going to send but didn't because he died.
That would
I got it. Yeah.
that would work there. That would work. Okay. Just go for a roll, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. At this
I'm
point,
believing you.
let's do it.
This is so 1920. This is like I found letters and this is the only thing I have of my parentage.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't happen to get advantage again on that, did I?
Nobody can use luck.
We have luck. Well, how much luck do we have like in our pool?
24.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll use the power of mental math.
You have a calculator button?
I really fucking do. 7 points. I'll use 7 points of luck to make that a success.
You made it sound like you were like 43 points away. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's where I would
Listen.
have done the same thing though, to be fair.
sure.
I'd
have been like
I was like, these are weird numbers.
I was doing that all last night. The amount of finger counting I did was insane.
Okay. Yeah. A success looks good. Yeah. You do some letters back and forth. You guys do the math on when she would be born and where he was at that time. I mean, it's pretty easy with, you know, a lot of his expeditions, a lot of the work that he did, the research. It's all pretty well documented. So,
How old is he?
It's probably pretty whatchamacallit, viable that he would have, like, you know, women in different ports.
yeah. I'm gonna actually double check how old he is because,
Listen, if he's wealthy and old,
sir.
Sugar daddy.
So I know Roger Carlyle's young. I know Roger Carlyle dies at he's like 24. But I want to double check how old Penhew is. Oh.
I'm your child from the future.
Great. So there's the Penhew Foundation. That's not what I need.
shit, we're making it up now.
Yeah. Yeah,
This is
exactly.
our history now.
Yeah. Yeah. Is
Want
it
to give us
under
information? We're making it up.
Sir? No, not under Sir. There's Silent Joe. I don't know who Silent Joe is. Sing Sing Prison. Sir Aubrey Penhew. Yeah, that's where Adams is. Yeah, you guys went to Sing Sing.
We went to Sing Sing. Nice.
Yeah. Sir Aubrey Penhew at the time of the expedition was 54.
Okay. Feasible.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Very doable. Very doable.
works out well. So
I
there
like how
you,
it gave you his age. Like,
what?
I like how the book gave you his age.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Such a. It doesn't give you translations of all the letters, but
No.
it'll give you this random dude's age.
Yeah. So so that is in the core campaign backstory, summary of events, the public version. And it lists his age. It lists all of their ages. You also could have
Lot of
been
ages.
Dr. Robert Huston is 52.
See, they anticipated someone doing this dumb shit.
They did. They anticipated so many things, and I did not.
But did they anticipate us wanting to dress up as nuns?
No, they did not. They absolutely did not. It is 11 though, and so I think this is where we are going to stop for the evening. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully it'll be weeks rather than months to the next time that we get to play, because I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. It was lovely hanging out with you guys again. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. We are gonna head out as soon as Cody looks up somebody to raid, unless somebody in the chat wants to make a suggestion. That's not. Oh, rep is on it. The other rep is on it. That's good. The
other rep.
The other rep. The digirep. That's digirep. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We are going to see you guys next time. Check back Monday night for WoW, and we'll talk to you later. But until then, be cool.